Hey guys, I'm so happy to be here. It is our last video of me reading out loud to you, Quinny and Hopper. We have so little left and I'm so excited to finish. But since this is my last video, before I read, I just wanted to say that I miss you guys and I think of you often, and I know you're all doing great things and working so hard. You are all such an amazing bunch of students. You're all so sweet and smart, and you're so kind to each other. And I know that you guys are all going to do absolutely amazing things next year when you're third graders, and this year for Miss Elam. So I'm just so thankful that I got to hang out with you guys even for a little bit of time, and I'm so happy that I got to finish this book with you. So let's get reading. Chapter 38, Hopper. Oh, right. They just brought the chicken back and reunited Freya with Mr. McSorin, and now they are driving home. So, Chapter 38, Hopper. The ride home is much quieter without Freya's clucking. Much darker, too. The sun is going down fast. I look over at Quinny sitting next to me in the back seat of Grandpa Gooley's car. Her face is turned away and her dimples are hiding. She looks tired. Quinny, are you asleep? No more Freya, she says in a voice that's smaller and softer than her regular voice. Freya's happy now, I tell her. She's safe. I'm gonna miss her, sighs Quinny. Oh, snap out of it, says Mrs. Porch. That chicken didn't even like you. Well, we all had a wonderful time today, says Grandpa Gooley. I bet Mr. McSorin will invite us all back soon. Grandpa Gooley's right. So why does Quinny seem so sad? She turns to me with a worried look in her eyes and asks, is there a backpack store around here somewhere? A what? Cleo scribbled on my backpack, and Victoria said it's ruined and I have to get a new one. Are you referring to my grandniece, Victoria? Asked Mrs. Porridge. Grandpa Gooley, please can we stop? Quinny begs. Is there a store that sells backpacks on the way home? Grandpa Gooley gives us a confused look in the mirror. I look back at him and tell him with my eyes, I'll handle this. Quinny, it's kind of late, I say. Please, you don't understand, she cries. I can't show up at school tomorrow with that ruined, ugly backpack. Victoria's going to be so mean. I'll have to have a talk with that young lady, snaps Mrs. Porridge. Please don't. She's already mad that I lost her itchy pink friendship bracelet. Quinny, you don't need a new backpack, I tell her. Who cares what Victoria thinks? Everyone, all the friends belong to her, and she won't let me have any unless I do what she says. Not all the friends belong to her, I remind her. I don't. Quinny's face calms a little. I guess you're right. She tries to smile at me, but beneath the smile she still looks worried and tired. I wish we didn't have school tomorrow, she mutters as her eyes close. Pretty soon, Quinny starts snoring. Her head droops onto my shoulder and stays there, all big and heavy and noisy. But her hair smells like peaches. Then her arm flops into the side of the seat. The back of her hand brushes against my wrist, just her knuckles and just a little. This is how we ride the rest of the way home. I look down at those two hands, hers and mine. It's not like I'm holding a girl's hand or anything. It's just Quinny, and we're barely touching. And she's asleep, so she won't even remember it. But it makes me remember how I felt to hold Mom's hand when I was little. It felt good, and it felt safe. It felt like I was not alone. I don't know exactly what's going to happen in school tomorrow, but I know one thing for sure. I can't let Quinny down. Chapter 39, Quinny. Quinny, wake up, let's get moving. But I like it here under the covers, all safe and warm and cozy. Quinny, you're going to miss the school bus. I hope so. Quinny, chop chop, I mean it. I don't have time to drive you. Get up. Mom's voice is so annoying and buzzy in my ear that I finally sit up. I have slept so long. It's really late o'clock now, and I have to brush my teeth and get dressed in a flash and speed chew my French toast and dodge Piper's squeaky spitty fingers and pull on my sneakers and stuff my backpack into my ugly, ruined backpack. Stuff my lunchbox into my ugly backpack. Except I can't even find that backpack. I look all around the kitchen. Mom, where's my ugly, ruined backpack? Mom's in the middle of feeding Cleo her breakfast mush. Did you look everywhere? I did. I looked everywhere. I looked some more. Just when I'm about to give up and blame Piper for hiding my backpack, I finally spot it. It's sitting right by our front door, where I didn't even leave it yesterday. That's weird. What's my backpack doing over there? I walk over to grab it, then I notice something shocking. Something very, very extra shocking. My backpack is not just any backpack anymore. Now it's a masterpiece. Cleo's scribbles have turned into people and trees and houses. There's my family in our barn house, and there's Hopper and our sock-net hammock, and there's Mrs. Porridge in her garden with Walter. Plus there's Freya wearing a leash. And guess who's holding the leash? There's the backpack. I'll show it to you again. My backpack looks like my neighborhood now. It looks like my life, my real life. I pick it up and burst out the front door and run over to the bus stop and throw my arms around Hopper. "Oh, Hopper, thank you, it's beautiful." "I can't breathe," Hopper mumbles from inside my excited, grateful hug. "Sorry." I let go of him and watch him breathe. "Thanks for saving my backpack." "No big deal," he says. "I just finished what Cleo started." But it is a big deal. Looking at this fabulous backpack makes me feel good again. It makes me feel strong and special. I smile at Hopper, and he smiles back at me. Then the bus comes and we get on it. During the ride to school, I wonder what's going to happen with Victoria today. But I don't have to wonder for long. As soon as I get off the bus, she comes up to me. "Look what I found on the playground," Victoria says, holding up my broken friendship bracelet. I wait for her to apologize, because now she knows I didn't take it off on purpose. But instead she says, "You know, Quinny, you shouldn't be so careful with presents people give you." For some strange reason, Victoria's nasty words don't bother me anymore. I turn away from her and walk over to the playground fence. As I walk, I think about all the third grade rules. I decide I'm going to play tag at recess, and then I'm going to sit with Hopper at lunch. I decide I'm going to take a bath with Piper tonight, because I still love baths. And then I'll read us a picture book, at least until she tries to lick me. And then I'll paint my nails green, all 20 of them. I decide that Victoria Porridge is not my BFF. She might not even be my F. I'll have to wait and see how it goes. On the other side of the playground fence, I find my watermelon barrette on the ground, right where Victoria threw it yesterday. I wipe the dirt off that fabulous thing and snap it back into my hair where it belongs. Finally, my head feels like its normal self again. "Whatever," Victoria says. "That barrette is not even pink." "That's what I told you before." I say it nicely. I won't be mean to her just because she's mean to me, but I can make her feel guilty for being mean to me in the first place. Then Victoria notices my backpack. She doesn't say it's ruined anymore, and she doesn't say it's ugly. Some other girls come over and look at it. Some boys, too. One of the girls says, "Wow." One of the boys says, "Cool." I take a deep, happy breath and glance at the kid sitting next to me, the one with the careful, quiet mouth and those big, looking eyes. I tell everybody, my friend Hopper is an artist. Chapter 40, Hopper. Summer's over, and the second day of school is over, and everything has changed. Well, almost everything. Looks like they're still spraying their brothers with the hoses. And Chapter 41, Quinny. But wait, there's more. A few weeks later, Hopper and I get a letter from school one day. And it's mail from Mr. McSorin, and it's addressed to both of us, and we tear it open, and it says, "Dear Quinny and Hopper, I cannot thank you enough for reuniting me with my beloved Freya. She is so happy here and has even made some new friends. As a token of my gratitude, I'm sending a couple of small gifts via Mrs. Porridge. Please be on the lookout for..." Just then, Mrs. Porridge shows up, and she's carrying a big box, and inside the box are 2 chirpy chickens. Little fluffy beaky mini chickens, both with stylish black and white zebra stripes. "It seems that bird-brained bag of feathers has been busy," says Mrs. Porridge. "You mean these little guys are really Freya's chicken kids?" I ask. "And they're really for us?" "No, they're for the President of the United States," said Mrs. Porridge. I stare at those sweet little zebra chickens. They're too beautiful to fit into words. "But aren't they going to miss their mother?" asks Hopper. "They're not babies anymore," I remind him, "and they have each other." "Where are we going to keep them?" he asks. "How will we take care of them?" Hopper and I look at each other. Then we look at Mrs. Porridge. "Oh, no," huffs Mrs. Porridge. "Absolutely not. I have no idea how to build a chicken coop, and I certainly don't have the time. And who needs the pain in the neck of raising smelly, squawky chickens anyway? If you ask me, they're more trouble than they're worth." But Mrs. Porridge is smiling. And that is the end of our book, Quinny and Hopper. Thanks for reading along with me. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. I really, really loved this book. So I hope I'll maybe see you guys sometime soon. If not, have a great rest of your year, and I'm so happy I got to hang out with you a little extra.